YouTube. Today I will be showing you how to baste a quilt. Basting a quilt is how you get your quilt from the stage where you have three pieces, your backing, your batting, and your front piece, to the point where you are ready to start machine quilting or to send it to a long arm quilter. Now what you are going to need today is your backing fabric. Now I'm just using this fabric because I don't have a quilt that I'm really ready to baste right now, and this spray is $14 a bottle, so use it wisely. So here you have your backing. It's important to, when you cut your backing, to leave it a little bit bigger than your batting or your front piece. Now here I have my front piece, as you can see, my batting. As you can see, my batting is wider than my backing. That is not the end of the world. We can always trim that down. And here we also have my front piece, just like this. So what I am first going to do in the basting process is do half of this at a time. I'm not specifically worried right now about trimming this down because things move around a little bit when you're basting, and at the end you can use your slitted cutting board to easily cut along that edge with few difficulties. It's really a piece of cake. So the first thing that you need to do when you do this is to fold it roughly in half, just like this. Now, all of my fabrics have been pressed, which makes this a lot easier. You don't really want wrinkles. If you have a thick quilt, please lay it down on the table and then iron on top of it while it's already on there. That helps it lay a lot flatter. So here you have your adhesive spray. All you're going to do is spray it on the lower half backing piece. You want to start at the bottom and work your way up, just like this. The adhesive spray has kind of a fibery texture to it, and so the faster that you move your hand, the less of the stringiness do you see. Now you're going to gradually bring back this piece of batting. If you're doing this on a large style quilt, I would advise to get someone else's help and just slowly bring it back and press out the wrinkles as you go, like this. Makes it a lot easier than trying to press them all out at the end. Just like that. Now we are going to spray the same adhesive on the top of the batting layer and press down the bottom of the top piece, just like this. Now we're going to bring it over and gently press it down. Just like so. Now I'm going to pick this up and rotate it just so that I can see it better from my view, and do the exact same thing on the other half of the quilt. Pull it back. Spray the adhesive. Lay this down, pushing out any wrinkles as I go. Next, picking up this layer, spraying the adhesive and pushing it down to get out all the wrinkles as you go. Your adhesive spray will leave a sticky residue. I have some right here on my rotary cutting mat. It can come off with a washcloth and some soap, but a lot of people do decide to put down newspaper just to keep their floors or tables clean. And here you have it, a basted piece of your quilt. The next step is to pin it in place so that in the quilting process it doesn't move around as much. So in this, I would maybe put 4 pins like this. The less pins, the less bumps you're gonna have in your quilt, but you also want your quilt to be even, so it's good to find a happy medium. Next, we are going to cut down the fabric so that the backing fabric is larger than the batting and the top fabric is smaller. Now, to do this, you are actually going to have to take the pins out again. And the way that I did it on my quilt was to separate the batting and the backing a little bit, just like this. Line this part of the quilt up with the length that you want the batting cut at the white hash mark on your rotary cutting board. Excuse me, it's still kind of sticky. Just like that. Line it up. This on a big quilt, it's suggested that you put about 2 inches larger batting than the top piece and 2 inches larger backing than the batting piece. Next, you cut just like this. After you do this on all 4 sides, you will have a perfectly basted quilt, and next you can go on to the actual quilting phase. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you.